Good morning, one and all. Myself, Che Anusha, working as lecturer in physics at SS Government Polytechnic, Zahirabad, and I'm working in general department. For first year, second sem students, I'm teaching applied physics with the subject code 18 common 203F. And the main topic what we are discussing is the fifth chapter from our syllabus, electricity and measuring instruments. From this chapter, in today's class, we are going to see how a galvanometer is converted into a voltmeter. Conversion of a galvanometer into a voltmeter. To understand or to study about this topic, we are using a small PowerPoint presentation. With the help of that, let us learn how we can convert a galvanometer into voltmeter. So the main objective of today's class is, on completion of this period, you would be able to understand how a galvanometer is converted into voltmeter. So what we studied in the previous class is that how a galvanometer is converted into an ammeter. So let us move on to today's topic, that is conversion of galvanometer into a voltmeter. So first of all, what is a voltmeter? A voltmeter is a device which is used to measure the potential difference or voltage between 2 points in a circuit. Now, since galvanometer is a very sensitive instrument, it cannot measure high potential difference. So in order to convert a galvanometer into voltmeter, a very high resistance known as series resistance. What we have seen in the previous topic, that is in case of ammeter, we are connecting shunt resistance with low resistance, but here we are connecting with high resistance known as series resistance. This resistance is connected in series with the galvanometer. That we can see here. A galvanometer is connected in series with series resistance. So let G be the resistance of the galvanometer and Ig, that is the maximum current which flows through the galvanometer. So to measure the maximum voltage, that is V by the voltmeter, the high resistance with the resistance R is connected in series. So when two resistors are connected in series, the current passing through the two resistors is same. So the total voltage across these two resistors is given by V equal to Ig into R plus G. As we all know that V equals to, by using Ohm's law, we have seen an equation that is V equals to I into R. So here the total resistance across the circuit is the resistance of galvanometer and the resistance of series resistance. So that is R plus G. So by simplifying this, we got the resistance of the series resistance R is given by V divided by Ig minus of G. This equation gives the value of resistance R which is connected in series to the galvanometer. So here this galvanometer is converted into a voltmeter of range 0 to V volts. The effective resistance of the voltmeter RV is the total resistance across galvanometer and series resistance, that is R plus G. Since R is high, the resistance of the voltmeter RV is high and it will not draw much current from the circuit. So if resistance is high, current will be low. So what we can say, voltmeter is a combination of galvanometer in series with a high resistance. So what we studied now, we discussed about a galvanometer which is converted into a voltmeter. Now let us see. The device used to measure potential difference between 2 points in a circuit is it ammeter, voltmeter, ohm meter or odometer? It is voltmeter. Now a galvanometer in series with a high resistance is called as an ammeter, a voltmeter, a wattmeter or none of the above. So galvanometer, when it is connected with a high resistance in series, then it is a voltmeter. Now a voltmeter should have zero resistance, very high, very low, none of the above. It should have a very high resistance. So here are some frequently asked questions from today's topic, that is conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter. You may get a question to explain how galvanometer is converted into voltmeter. So this is about today's class. I hope you got the way to convert galvanometer into an voltmeter. So with this I am concluding. Thank you so much. As we have discussed conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter in the previous session, let us watch a video explanation showing how we can convert galvanometer into voltmeter.
Conversion of galvanometer into a voltmeter. Voltmeter is an instrument used to measure potential difference between the two ends of a current carrying conductor. A galvanometer can be converted into a voltmeter by connecting a high resistance in series with it. The scale is calibrated in volt. The value of the resistance connected in series decides the range of the voltmeter. Galvanometer resistance is equal to G. The current required to produce full scale deflection in the galvanometer is equal to Ig. Range of voltmeter is equal to V. Resistance to be connected in series is equal to R. Since R is connected in series with the galvanometer, the current through the galvanometer Ig is equal to V into R plus G. Therefore, R is equal to V by Ig minus G. From the equation, the resistance to be connected in series with the galvanometer is calculated. The effective resistance of the voltmeter is RV is equal to G plus R. RV is very large and hence a voltmeter is connected in parallel in a circuit as it draws the least current from the circuit. In other words, the resistance of the voltmeter should be very large compared to the resistance across which the voltmeter to measure the potential difference. Otherwise, the voltmeter will draw a large current from the circuit and hence the current through the remaining part of the circuit decreases. In the case, the potential difference measured by the voltmeter is very much less than the actual potential difference. The error is eliminated only when the voltmeter has an ideal voltmeter is one which has infinite resistance.
At the end of this laboratory experiment, conversion of galvanometer into a voltmeter. At the end of this laboratory experiment, you will be able to convert a galvanometer into a voltmeter of desired range, verify if the converted galvanometer readings tally with the readings of a standard voltmeter. To conduct the experiment, you will need a table model galvanometer, a voltmeter, a battery eliminator, 2 resistance decade boxes, 2 one-way keys, a rheostat, and connecting wires. A galvanometer is an instrument which is used to detect the flow of electric current in a circuit and its direction of flow. A voltmeter is an instrument which is used to measure electrical potential difference between 2 points in an electric circuit. Voltmeter is connected in parallel with points between which potential difference is measured. A voltmeter should have high resistance so that current flowing through it is negligible. To convert a galvanometer into a voltmeter, very high resistance is connected in series with the galvanometer. To convert a galvanometer of resistance G to a voltmeter of range 0 to V volt, we can use the formula V is equal to Ig times G plus R. Therefore, the value of high resistor R is equal to V divided by Ig minus G. Now, let's convert the galvanometer into a voltmeter. Resistance of the galvanometer is determined by half deflection method. Make the connections circuit diagram. Introduce a high resistance from the resistance decade box R and insert key K1. Adjust the value of the resistor R till the deflection is within its maximum value. Add the value of resistance. Insert key K2 and adjust the value of resistance so that deflection in the galvanometer reduces to exactly half the value. Note the value of shunt resistance S. Repeat the experiment thrice by taking different values of R and adjust S every time.